Today we're going to look at using AI or artificial intelligence responsibly as a tool that you can use in your studies. So, what is AI? Well, if you use Siri or Alexa on your phone or in your house, then you've been using AI or artificial intelligence. AI are computer systems that simulate human intelligence. AI can learn, reason, and self correct. It includes machine learning, language processing, computer vision, and robotics. Most AI resources are free for students, but they may require you to create an account. Likely, these apps are going to require payment in future as they gain in popularity. So, some popular AI resources used by students and teachers are ChatGPT. Instructors use it to generate questions, activity ideas, examples, lesson plans, and case studies. Students use it as a personal tutor, a debate partner, and for writing. Voice typer and speech notes are AI that allow you to speak and then they type it into text for you. You can transcribe any audio and video recordings, including your instructor's lectures. It'll type it up for you. QuizGecko and Test Portal produce practice and test questions. ClassPoint will generate questions from a PowerPoint. Slides AI and Curipod will generate slides if you need to do a presentation. Education Copilot will produce course content and assignments. AI Tutor Pro will provide personalized teaching about concepts. Consensus and Elicit will help you conduct research. Stepwise Math provides math tutoring. QChat helps you build vocabulary. And My Essay Feedback reviews written work and provides formative feedback. There are also AI tools to help people with special needs. Dragon Naturally Speaking, Read Please, Read Write, and Audio Pen provide text to speech tools. So by highlighting any text, the computer will read to you. There's also things like GoTit, which is amazing for people who have dyslexia and are neurodiverse or have ADD. Unfortunately, it's about $300 to purchase it. There's also Hemingway app, which is like Grammarly. It makes your writing very concise and clear. It highlights common errors, shows you where you have passive voice. It gives you examples of how to make things clearer or shorten it. There are lots of AI apps out there. I would recommend that you try different apps. There's more coming out each day. Figure out what you need and find the most appropriate AI for you. The whole purpose of giving a student an assignment is so they have an opportunity to document that they've met the learning outcomes. In other words, the instructor wants to know, have you learned and understood the concepts in this unit? Can you demonstrate your understanding? So even though it's an English course, the instructor would rather read your unique words with all the grammar and spelling errors rather than grade a robot's work. So often in English assignments, the grammar and spelling is worth a very small portion of the mark. What's more important is that you share your understanding in your own words. Red River College's policy highlights under academic integrity the responsibilities for staff and students. There are four basic points you need to be aware of. You need to be submitting assignments that show your own knowledge, skills, and abilities. You need to give credit for any input by others, including the source name and location. You have to work independently when writing tests and exams, using only the resources allowed by the instructor. And you have to represent yourself fairly and truthfully. So you can't write something and then say, or write something through ChatGPT and claim that it's yours. So you can look for more information under academic integrity. There are some things to watch out for when using AI. AI basically uses algorithms to make decisions on what information to provide. So it's using math to make these decisions, and that often leads to AI bias or machine learned bias. An example is Amazon, the company, used AI to review the resumes of job applicants. They soon discovered that the system discriminated against women for any roles or jobs that were technical, so that it discounted women completely. AI has been shown to have bias errors when used on people with dark skin. When AI was used with computer aided diagnosis, systems found lower accuracy results for African American than patients. So they were going for CT scans or MRIs or PET scans. If they used AI, there was lower accuracy with African American patients than with white patients. So you need to read over the AI results that you get very carefully and determine if there's some bias at play. AI is not always correct. It has errors. Our Red River course instructor had students do an AI produced biography on someone. Well, it produced a lot of deep fake video images and provided incorrect information. So it is learning all the time, but it's not uncommon to find glaring errors in the data. So read everything over carefully. Ask yourself, does this sound right? Does it look right? Does it make sense? AI has been known to generate content that's harmful or is inaccurate. AI is also data hungry. It's wanting information in order to grow or learn, and there are very few restrictions. So the prompts that you type in can be shared with law enforcement. Your online life can be shared with any commercial organization. AI has been found to use personal information to enable phishing or internet fraud. Already, bad actors are using AI voice cloning to impersonate people and extort them over the phone. So things like they'll phone your grandparents, but it's your voice saying, Grandma, I need money to get out of jail, or I need money to send me money so I can get my car out of the garage. Photos shared, things like resumes, all of these are being used by AI, often without your knowledge or consent. So, for privacy and security, you want to be really, really careful. So, think twice before posting anything in AI and keep track of how your information is being used. There are legal risks. So, copyright infringement occurs when you reproduce a copyrighted work without permission of the author or creator. With ChatGPT, it may generate content that infringes on existing copyrights. So, you have to be careful. And lastly is the academic integrity. So the integrity of an assignment or a test could be compromised. You could be found guilty of plagiarism. The assignment could result in a zero, or worse, you could, if you continually use AI without permission, you could get a zero in your course. There are definitely advantages to AI. It can analyze your learning data and preferences and then customize study plans and recommendations. It can provide a wealth of resources like online courses, textbooks, videos, interactive tutorials. It can provide instant feedback, allowing you to identify areas for improvement and adjust your learning strategies. It can help students with complex tasks by providing the student with step by step guidance, explanations, and examples. So, for example, if you're struggling in trigonometry, in math, you could ask ChatGPT using this problem from the textbook, can you explain to me step by step how I find the answer? And of course, you can always keep clarifying and revising it. AI can adapt to specific needs and learning styles. So it can do speech recognition. Um, there's things like smart glasses to support people who have sensory processing disorders or autism spectrum disorders. AI isn't going away. It's going to trickle into every part of society. So if you learn how to use AI effectively, you will be better prepared for any future academic and career opportunities. But the big thing is you need to use it responsibly. So it can give you a quiz on vocabulary words where you have to define the word and use it in a sentence. It'll give you feedback and more comprehensive questions to ensure you really understand the words and the terms. But you want to be careful when asking it to proofread for you, as it often just wants to rewrite what you wrote. So try giving it prompts like, do not rewrite this, but give me a bulleted list of ways I can improve it. Then you're being more specific, and you're not going to be guilty of plagiarism. So you copy and paste your document and then ask it, is the tone too formal? Are there paragraphs that I should be dividing? Is there anything I should add or take out? Is there anything that's unclear? Can you fix my verb tenses? So when you're proofreading, don't just get it to rewrite your piece, but actually be specific. For outlining, so if you have trouble knowing where to start or how to organize your writing, use AI to generate an outline for you. If you're collecting research notes from lengthy articles, have AI summarize the text for you in an outline form. So, brainstorming, what if you have no idea what to write? Well, AI can help you brainstorm ideas, especially if you're at home working on your own and you can't just work in a group. Ask AI for some ideas. It can generate practice questions for you. So you've got a quiz coming up. Quizlet's Q Chat will be a conversation partner or quiz master for you. So my daughter actually was going for a French teacher job, and she used AI to quiz her for her interview. And it not only gave her interview questions en français, in French, verbally and audibly, it then rated her answers as well. So it's an amazing tool. AI can generate questions for you to study before your test or exam. It can be your study buddy. It can generate matching activities, multiple choice questions, word problems, short or long answer questions. It'll even run a Jeopardy style quiz for you. You can have it as a personal tutor. So if you're having difficulty understanding a topic, it can give you analogies, it can teach you concepts related to a real task. It can personalize the teaching for you. It can also act as a simulator. So they've done dozens of simulations, like changing an air filter or wiring a compressor. If you're a business student, there's a Shark Tank AI, which offers a fun way of getting detailed feedback on your business plan. So there are endless ways to use AI responsibly, but be careful that you're using it responsibly. In some courses, students are expected to independently produce work. They don't want any collaboration or use of external tools. In this case, AI is not allowed. So each student is expected to complete each assignment without assistance from others, including AI. In some other courses, it may be appropriate to use AI for some assignments and not for others. So this would be yellow light, like tests and exams. So permission should be obtained in writing if using AI in that case. So you would contact your instructor beforehand and say, I'm thinking of using AI to brainstorm blah, blah, blah. Would this be okay? But make sure it's in writing so you have that as evidence for later. And in some courses, students or instructors may allow you to use AI as long as you acknowledge it by quoting the source. Just like any outside source, you have to put it in your bibliography. and not over rely. In other words, 80% of it should be your thinking, your writing. The purpose of any assignment is for you to show you understand and have mastered how to do this task. So some instructors, although they let you use AI, they may ask you to write a reflection on how you used it and how it impacted the assignment, or you may have to prove specific details on how it was used. So when you encounter an assignment from your instructor, check to see what traffic light is beside it. If it's red, you're not permitted to use AI at all. If it's yellow, then you need to chat with your instructor about how you can use it. If it's green, you can use it. Clarify with your instructor how they want you to use it. For example, do they just want you to cite it, or do they want a reflective piece, or do they want you to attach a document highlighting how it was used? So here's an example of how an assignment may be posted. So it has right under the assignment, yellow light. Later on down here, it says you may use AI software to help you generate ideas or an outline, but you will be found guilty of academic misconduct if you submit an essay written by AI. Discuss your use of AI with your instructor before drafting. So there's an example of an assignment with AI. Here's an example of how you cite it. So if you're citing in text, it would look like this. According to OpenAI, you'd have the year of it. So 2022, whatever. ChatGPT is an AI language model. So you've got in-text citation, or if it's in your bibliography, that's how you would do it there. You would replace the year with the version of ChatGPT you use. Like the first version, I think, was 3.5. Now there's a 4. So whichever version you use. So why don't we try to use ChatGPT? So you would Google or open up OpenAI or Google ChatGPT. This is the home page that you get. If you scroll down, it's got some ideas. So help me study vocabulary, plan a mental health day, explain nostalgia to a kindergartner. So they've put a lot of the prompts that people have provided it up here. Help me pick an outfit that'll look good on camera. It shows you that it can brainstorm, edit, write, summarize meetings, generate and debug code. So it'll even write code for you, computer code. Um, I want to start an herb garden. Can I get a list of what I need? You can type, talk, and use it your way. So this would mean using the mobile app on your phone. It's free right now. They do have a version called Plus. Um, and they explain all the different things. You can create images. So, for example, you can say, um, create a cat picture in the style of Van Gogh, and it will. Talk about an image, so it'll troubleshoot why your grill won't start. So, here, help me lower my bike seat, and you give it a picture, and it tells you what to do. Um, you can customize it with things for daily tasks, create or own or explore what others have made in the GPT store. So there's all sorts of things that you can do. So I'm going to try doing one. Start now. I've already logged in. How can I help you today? So how about create an essay outline on the Great Depression? See what it does. So there it says to me, define what the Great Depression is, give an overview of its historical context, signifying impact on global economy. So then it breaks down causes into the stock market, bank failures. So you can see it gives you this incredible outline. But then I can refine this and I'll say, revise this outline to include the Great Depression effects. So it gives us some causes. Now, will it give us the effects? So yes, impact of the Dust Bowl, effects of the Great Depression, responses to the Great Depression, legacies. So I can say um, delete responses and legacy. So here's the revised version. So you can just keep revising this over and over. We can try something else. So write a poem about fleas in the style of a senior citizen. In my day, we battled fleas, oh yes, tiny pests causing quite the mess. So with powdered potions and homemade sprays, we waged war in those olden days. So there you get the senior part. Um, revise, so poem doesn't rhyme and has lots of figurative language. Wow. It's like whispers of discontent, a chorus of discomfort, a symphony of irritation. So you can see the deadly things here with this because you could, you know, eliminate art. How about create a picture of cats in the style of Monet? Oh, so now it's doing just writing. So if I wanted something that was more visual, then I need to use another app, and there are tons and tons of those out there. How about this? Brainstorm a list on world issues. So I was told I have to write an essay on world issues, and here's a list of all the ones I have, right? So let's say create an outline for a persuasive essay on deforestation with a thesis that encourages vegetarianism. There we go. So there's our outline. Now I ask it to write a thesis statement. So embracing a vegetarian diet presents a potent solution to combat deforestation. So like, holy man. So you can use the outline. Now, if your instructor is asking you to create an outline and that's worth marks, then they may say, no, you may not use AI for this assignment. But if they're not saying that you're restricted, definitely use it as a place to start. Even if all you do is just use the categories, that is very helpful. They can write the thesis statement for you in AI, but really this should be, again, in your own words. Um, just changing a few words here and there doesn't quite cut it, right? That's paraphrase plagiarism. If you quote this, and your instructor allows that, that's fine. But I would say in most cases, if you're writing a persuasive essay, they want the thesis to be in your own words. But it gives you an idea, right? So being a vegetarian is really important because it helps reduce deforestation, right? So then you've got it in your own words, and then you can refine it from there. So that's an example of how you can use AI. You can use it, so create a list of short answer questions on the topic of Piaget. So he was a psychologist. So here you go. What are four, okay, and then provide the answers. So the first one is, what are the four stages of cognitive development? Now if I ask for the answers, the four stages are There's my answer. And then it gives us the second question, describe the sensory motor stage. And then here it is here. So again, you can't use this if you're writing a test, but you can definitely use this as a study tool, right? You can use it to define neuropathy. Whoops. And you can also refine that. So define neuropathy in simple terms. So instead of a big answer like that, you get the short answer. There's just so much you can do, but that gives you an example of how AI can be used. Keep in mind that it should be used responsibly. Always communicate with your instructor about whether or not it can be used, and if it can, how can it be used. But definitely check these out. They AI can be an incredibly sophisticated and helpful tool for meeting your study goals. Thank you.